Yeah, everybody's saying no sound, so.
They got sound now? Can you hear me
Okay,
now?
how about now? Can you hear me now? Let's see. Nope,
No?
nope. Oh, they said we can hear you now.
Well, I was going to
Okay.
say,
Yeah, Miss just had
I don't know.
just a glitch.
It's a
Okay.
glitch.
Glitch. What we call it. So, but yeah, just wish I'd have looked sooner, shouldn't I? Said okay, now we hear you.
Okay.
No, that's your administrative assistant. So
So everything you said up to this point they didn't hear.
probably.
Probably a good thing because she was cussing like a sailor.
I was just saying how beautiful it is here, and how we just feel about all those people in the Midwest having to go through the tornadoes and everything. Robin, I was really, Robin's the lady that made us this beautiful sign here for Porch Settin, and she lives in Oklahoma, and Oklahoma's just got hit one time after another after another. I just, I feel
Floods,
for them.
tornadoes, high winds, and then I think I heard somewhere last night there was some hail, and they thought possibly last night could have been another outbreak of tornadoes in the night. That's got to be the scariest. A
yeah.
tornado at night.
Yeah. And this is Hurricane Preparedness Week. And I went to the Hurricane Expo the other day. And let me tell you, I always like to go because you get a lot of freebies. You take a bag with you, or they give you a bag. And they have things like the little Duber flashlights. And those things really come in handy, let me tell you. In ink pens and just all kinds of little gadgets. But they have some great information. And like I said, for you that's not used to the Florida weather, like I said, our hurricane season starts June 1st. Although the way they're talking about the El Nino that we have had such weird weather, they're not ruling out that we won't have it earlier. But as of right now, it's still June 1st. And actually, June 1st also they get the governor takes the sales tax off when you buy hurricane-related stuff, like flashlights, batteries, stuff like that you would need during an emergency. They take the sales tax off during the month of June, and then they've got a couple other months that they do that for too. But that's when it starts, and that could really come in handy if you have to buy a lot of supplies. We haven't had a problem here. We've never lost power, even during hurricanes. But the southern end is at south of 44. That's all new, and I don't we haven't had any serious hurricanes, I don't think, since they put that in. So we really don't know how that part's going to take the bad weather. So just be prepared. Get your.
I don't look for any big problems down there. If it is, it'd be isolated areas. Because the way the villages is developed for flood and hurricane, one is we have plenty of ponds and swamps, and all the water that goes off the street goes that way. It's piped into all these ponds and swamps. In between the ponds and swamps are pumps where they can move the water from that pond to that pond in case they start getting low on water. Because all the water we have that waters your front yard or the golf courses all comes from those ponds and swamps. So that's why they do that. And then the other reason I don't think I have a problem is, if you ever notice, all the executive golf courses, and I believe the country clubs, most of them too, that is a low-lying area. So if the street starts to flood, the water goes to those golf courses and runs off the road. And down here during the last major hurricane we had, Bonifay down here, I went by it, and the front part of Bonifay was totally flooded, so wet that the big trees fell over. But the roads were dry, our neighborhoods were dry, and that's the way they design things, to help divert that flood water.
Yeah, but I said, regardless of what kind of weather they're going to get down there, how they're hit, be prepared. The one thing that I tell everybody
Get
every
a jackery.
One thing I tell everybody every year is to make sure that if there's a shelter around, that it's one that takes pets. If you've got a pet, You know, and if you have to take shelter, you want to make sure you go to one that'll take your pet. And not all of them do. There's also, they declared one a special needs shelter. So if you have someone in the house is a special needs person, they have a shelter particularly for that. The one here, I believe, is the Wildwood Community Center, but I'm not for sure. Look that up on districtgov.org. But yeah, you want to make sure that if you have to go to a shelter, in which I don't see that happening, but you never know, because hurricanes spawn tornadoes. We have had tornadoes here.
Hi, Julie.
So, you know, you want to make sure that you go somewhere that you can take your pet with you. And there's a list, that's why I like the Hurricane Expos, because they give you, because the Humane Society's there, and then a lot of other businesses, and they give you a list. You know, if you do have to take your pet to a shelter, they give you a list of things to make sure you take with you. You know, your just like it would for you. You know, if you've got Madison, or if the dog's got Madison. What? Oh, your buddy's back. That's a big one.
See how dark he is?
I do.
He just woke up.
Oh.
That's why they're that way.
It's not that buddy. This is the gecko that comes to visit.
He'll stay out there in the sun, then he'll change his colors
Yeah.
as he warms up.
Yeah. Oh.
I get this question all the time. It's kind of a hard question to answer because she'll give you her answer. My answer will probably be totally different. Then the question is, quick question. Given the cost now of buying and living in the villages, first of all, it's not just here, it's buying and living anywhere. The costs went up because of COVID. Mm-hmm. Would you still buy there today if you were just retired? In other words, if we just retired, would we buy here today? Well, the truth is, we bought our first house here when we were still working. I wasn't retired, but they wouldn't let me buy until I turned at least 55, and I think I bought my first home when I was right at 55.
Yeah.
55, 56, somewhere in that area, and it was during I keep calling it the Obama debacle, but I'm not blaming Obama, but that's the only time I can relate it to.
The 2008 housing problem that we had.
Yeah, when the interest rates went crazy and homes were being given back because the contractors were literally giving them away with no down payment. And you guys, during that era, that's when I bought my first home because I could. And we did very well with that first home. And we used it for 5 or 6 years. And then when I did retire, sold up there, came down here, sold the other place, took all that money, transferred it over to this house so I don't have to pay capital gains tax, and we bought this place. And we've been here ever since, full time.
Yeah.
That's how that works. Would I do it again if the house prices are what they are today? You know, it's a difficult question because I can't read the future. I mean, I just don't have that capability. I don't know what's going to happen to house prices. I do know in my lifetime I've seen things like this happen before, which cause house prices to spike, or it'll cause interest rates to spike. And generally speaking, they may settle down, but they never ever go back to the price that you're wanting to go back to.
Yeah.
Once the price of gas goes up, it may settle down. It'll peak out at 4, settle back at 3, but the price used to be $1.69. It'll never go back there.
Yeah.
And that's how I see it. Would I buy here today? It depends. Are you talking about to live here full time? Are you talking about just having some investment property to rent out? Whole different thing. I mean, I can't answer everybody's questions. For me, to live here, there's other places you can go that's a little cheaper, that's basically the same as it is here, but smaller. I kind of prefer that myself. But I know I'm not going to escape my biggest complaint, and that's the traffic, because all of Florida is crowded. Everybody's coming down here. You've seen the post on YouTube, the joke saying, "Don't come down to Florida, Northerners, we're full." You know, and I get the joke, but it's full. So, yeah, I guess, you know, you could pick a worse place to go. It's not a bad place to live.
Yeah.
But she already knows from 10 years ago, I told her when we came here full time, because I've seen this before and I've heard the stories before from the guys I worked with. And I said, this place is not going to drive me broke. And I've never forgot I said that, and I mean it. If it gets to the point where we're basically worrying month to month instead of week to week like paying the bills, you know, then yeah, I will sell and I will move. I have no hesitation about it at all. Grandpa told me, never love something that doesn't love you back. And I do not love this house.
Yeah, he's told me that a million times. And I understand. And with him, the moving thing is almost a fact of life. So it doesn't matter where we're at, he likes to move. He likes something new all the time. He's changed everything but me. So, but yeah, I don't. The interest rate did not change.
Well,
Or not the interest rate.
In our situation, and I would say probably in 75% of the people that move our situation, interest rates ain't got anything to do with us.
No, but
Most people coming here are paying cash for a house, so they don't care about interest rates.
But the Fed didn't raise their rates; they kept it the same. They didn't lower it; they didn't raise it. They kept it the same.
No.
So that has some bearing on what some people do because they got to sell the other house. Not
That's
everybody.
That's
but,
true.
Yeah.
It seems to be the complaints I hear a lot from other people, and we know some of them people, that it isn't the buying down here that's the problem. It's selling the house they have up north that in some areas is a problem. We had a lady I know that lived in the Chicago area. Her house was for sale for, I know, at least 5 or 6 years before she finally sold it.
Yeah.
And they kept lowering the price and kept lowering the price and kept lowering the price. And it just, for some reason, they just couldn't get it sold. I think they finally did. I don't know, none of my business, all the details there, but that's the problem. And then we have another friend, and she might even be on here later. She lives up around the Chicago area, and she's going to be moving down here, she hopes, in a couple of years. And she said the same thing when last time we met her, that her problem hopefully won't be, but she's anticipating it may take a while to sell her house. And that's the problem. We were lucky. We put our house up for sale on Monday. On Tuesday, it was sold. I swear to God. It was sold on Tuesday, and she called us up, and she says, and good news. I said, well, what are they going to do, back out of the deal or something? She said, oh, if they do, we don't care, because we have 6, count them, 6 cash, full price offer backups.
Yeah.
I thought, right away, my mind's going, I sold it too cheap.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
should have raised the price of the house.
Yep, that's right. Patrick says, we're looking to move there in 2 years. Taxes and insurance give me pause, but we are coming anyway. There you go. You're not going to live forever.
No.
If you can afford the taxes and insurance,
Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah,
that's
I've
all I
always
can
said
say.
that, how long do you think you're going to live? If you're 70 years old waiting for the price of the houses to come down, I'm 72. Well, I will be shortly. What are you waiting for? Heart attacks come along when you least expect it.
Yeah.
We've known these people that they call us on Tuesday and say, hey, George passed away last night. What? He was only 58. It happens.
It happens.
So if you got the money and you got the means and you're wanting to move down here, don't worry about the price of houses or the price of furniture or the price of gas. Just get down here and enjoy the rest of your life.
Yeah. And I said, to me, it's like being on vacation every day. I mean, you still have all the stuff. When you're down here on vacation, you don't think of the stuff, that you normally would at home. Like you still have laundry to do and groceries to do and, all that other kind of stuff, housework. But still, it's still like because I can take off and go do whatever. There's a lot of activities to do, a lot of clubs to do. You can be with other people if you want, or you don't have to be. So,
and you don't even have to do it all here, like where our RV is stored. We went over there yesterday because apparently, keep in mind, I want to make a little fun here. Apparently, somebody complained about my RV sticking out of the cover too far. And I told the lady, she's laughing too. She said, I know. And she said, and I'll tell you exactly what happened. There was a guy that come in here, rented a spot. He pulled his RV in there and he had a car dolly or something on the back of it. And it stuck out beyond the eave of the spot. In other words, he had a 30-foot spot and he was 40 feet long, so 5 feet was sticking out beyond the thing. And I told him he couldn't do that. We had a rule. So the very next day he made a complaint about mine. I guess he went out there and actually measured. I was. But here's the thing, I've been in that same spot for 3 years. 3 years. And nobody's ever said a word. But you know what? I didn't argue. I said, that's fine. I'll find another spot. It's okay. Because just like here, I don't think I'm breaking any rules. But if I am, if somebody complains, I can't really say anything because I'm supposed to know the rules.
That's right.
And
That's right.
we didn't. So anyway, she gave me a 40-foot spot, and we picked it out. And it's a good spot. But I told her, I said, I ain't going to say what building because I don't want you guys taking all these spots until I get mine. I told her, I said, that one building kind of interests me. I like it. And I told her why. And she just called me a while ago. And she said, yeah. She said, I've got some spots in there. She said, when you get over here, I'll give you a list. You go pick one of them out and you can move over there. Same price. But here's the thing. I had a 30-foot spot and it was $200, I want to say like $12 a month. They give me this 40-foot spot with electric. It's the same thing. And it's $187. I said, what the heck? So I asked her, why is a 40-foot spot cheaper than the 30-foot spot? I said, I don't understand it because I got electric, right? 30 amp. She said, yeah, you got the same thing you always had, just longer. I said, why is it cheaper? She said, because everybody comes in and they want 30-foot spots or we're completely full. So if we can get you to move to a 40-foot spot for a cheaper price, it'll save you money, but we can rent that 30-foot spot to another customer.
Yeah,
Does that make any sense to you guys at all?
A lot of people are going to the smaller RVs, you know, the pleasure ways and those small van type RVs. So yeah, so they're wanting them. For a while they tried parking them on the driveway, that kind of thing, but it gets a little hectic if you don't use it all the time. You have to move it out of the way to get your other vehicles going back and forth. But yeah, it's like I said, they're.
You know what I would do if I had a van? Most of them know each other. I'd get my other buddy here that's got a van. I'll rent the spot. You park behind me and we'll split it.
Oh, well.
I'd rent a 40-foot spot and put both of them right in there.
If you could do
we
that.
We was over there yesterday, and I don't know if this is the same person. You know, we did a news thing about a guy that's working on golf carts in his garage. Neighbors been complaining about it, and he had them parked all over the street and everything else. I don't know if it's the same person. We went over there, and there's a under-the-roof spot for campers, RVs, full of golf carts. And I don't mean cheap golf carts either. These were really nice. There must have been 10, 20 of them.
Yeah, there was quite a few.
I'm wondering if he's moving them over there.
Well,
I don't know.
You know, it's a possibility, yeah. Like I said, because it's getting so hard to get one nowadays that a lot of people are doing that in their spare time. They're renting golf carts. and yeah, I think that may be what happened, but I'm not sure. Everybody's telling you happy birthday, kiddo. Yeah, you love our beautiful sign.
One of our subscribers made that for us.
Yeah, thank you, Robin. We love it.
We met her and her husband. We remember Robin, but for some reason I never remember her husband's name. I don't know why.
Okay.
They're from Oklahoma. I want to say they was from Tulsa, Oklahoma, but they may have been from Oklahoma City. I'm not sure.
They are from Miami, Oklahoma.
But I think that's Oklahoma City area. I think.
I
could be wrong. I don't know. It's been so
I
long
think
since
it's in the corner.
Only thing I can remember about Oklahoma is toll roads, which kind of shocked me. In the middle of Oklahoma, there's a toll road to go around Oklahoma City. And the other thing was, I think there's a Greek word. There's a town there called Sapulpa. Ain't that Greek?
I don't know.
Sapulpa. A Greek city in Oklahoma where cowboys live.
It's like Ulaqua or something like that.
I don't know, I just thought that. I just remember that. That's
Ulaqua, yeah.
In Tulsa, I went by Oral Roberts University. I saw that. I forget why I was there, but we was down there in a semi. I went by it and I saw it. So if I remember right, the university is way back off the road, and there's a giant set of like prayer hands out front as you come in. Oklahoma City. Only thing I can remember about Oklahoma City, at 3 o'clock in the morning, there was a Starbucks, and I got my semi in there, and I went out and got a cup of coffee. I did.
John and Shane says happy birthday. Tammy Ferguson says happy birthday. And Carol Madigan says, hi, Skip and Sue from your favorite New Yorkers. Well, hi, guys. Patrick says, we've been binge watching your old videos. Give them all a thumbs up and let them play fully. Melody likes going shopping with you, Sue. Well, don't go as much since Deb's not here. You know, my partner in crime, she moved on to Mount Dora. And so I don't do as much shopping as I used to do. You know, and God bless Amazon. it kind of helps me keep from running so much. But 'cause I used to go quite a bit. Oh my, I don't know where that come from. Oh, J Biz says happy birthday from Indy, and Cindy G says happy birthday. Carol Madigan says happy birthday. Richard Wesner says, hi, Skip and Sue, warm here in Virginia Beach. I bet it is. It's, like I said, they said the feels like temperature, the temperature is going to be 95 or something like that, but the feel like temperature is going to be 100. So, if you believe what they say about that kind of thing. And we don't have a constant breeze. It's just every once in a while we get a nice breeze going through, and then it stops. Who knows?
But you can tell that summer's here because you can almost start to feel the humidity.
Yeah.
That's what gets you down here. You'll just sit here and do nothing, even with a breeze. Sweat just pours off of you.
Yeah, and I wondered whether we should do this out here or on the back porch because, like I said, with a feel like temperature of 100, it's going to get pretty warm by 2 o'clock. But we're gonna hang out here until we can. Jude's 121 says happy birthday. Elaine Skursky says Amazon had a pet sale yesterday, stocked up on poo bags. I didn't see that, actually, or I probably would have also. Because I've been looking, believe it or not, and I know Skip will roll his eyes at this, but I've been looking at little strollers for the dog. And the reason for that, actually I have a reason for that. Otherwise I wouldn't bother about it because Buddy likes to walk. This kind of heat is a little hard on him, so I take him out early in the morning and late in the evening. But I want to go to the farmer's market on Saturday, and there's a few people that's up there that works up there that they would like to see Buddy. But like I said, I'm not going to take him on that asphalt as hot as it is. But I wouldn't mind having a little stroller, and they had unbelievable prices on them. I mean, I know they couldn't be much, but I mean they had one for $39. It was, like I said, that's unbelievably cheap, so I didn't expect it to be much, but just to get him off the ground, that's all I need. But I knew he was going to do that. But there are times, when I could use something like that. Not a whole lot. I seen it at a garage sale. Some guy had a backpack, which was also a dog carrier. It had wheels on it, so you could take it through the airport or what have you with you. And I just come close, but I thought I couldn't carry him around. Skip could, but I couldn't. So I changed my mind about doing that. So, I may have to take a look at that little stroller. Okay. JB says it's my grandson Mason's 16th today too. Almost forgot to mention, they live in Sarasota. My daughter works at Sarasota Memorial in Venice. Happy birthday to all. Skip's birthday actually isn't today, but it's close. So,
Yeah, you got New York City license plates on the back of that golf cart. I wouldn't brag about it.
Oh my. Yeah, Rizzo says when the dew point gets over 70 degrees, that's when you feel the humidity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're starting to feel it though.
It's not as bad,
No,
in the middle of
it's
summer
there.
it gets really gruesome.
In the middle of summer when it's really bad, two things happen. You walk outside from an air-conditioned house and your glasses completely fog up. Yeah. Or you come out at night when it kind of cools down a little bit and these tree frogs will be all over your house. I don't know where they come from. They're not here the rest of the year.
Fly on the Wall says happy birthday. Elaine says great, you can put frozen water bottles in the stroller to keep cool. Yes. And like I said, I had a little thing down below where you could put your veggies or what have you. I think it's probably for dog stuff, but that's what I'd use it for, so I didn't have to carry the veggies extra. Yeah, I just thought, that would be the ideal way to do it because it's already hot here. There's no way you're going to get around it. In the summertime, it'll get to where it's 90 in the morning and 90 at night. And that's kind of, you'll wish.
Hey, Cindy, what is a yinzer? Cindy G says, howdy, yinzers. Do you know what that is? I don't know what that is.
No.
Or is it just a typo? Could you make another word out of that? Yinzer? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But,
I was looking for, I had a piece out of the paper that I cut out, and evidently I dropped it somewhere because I don't see it.
Right there underneath your chair,
Is it underneath the chair?
way back there.
Yeah, I still don't see it. Oh, okay.
Right there.
Well. My sticky fingers.
Jude's.
Excuse my backside, guys.
How's Hamish? I ain't seen her on here for a while. I think June's left my channel and started watching somebody else.
Oh, well.
There's a lot of them just disappear. We've talked about that the other day, that there are certain names that we used to see all the time. We don't see them anymore. Like Mr. Cheez-Its, that's the first one I can think of.
Okay.
And then that guy that came up to the restaurant, and we met him up there when we were having dinner with Phil and his wife. What was his name on here?
J.C. Comer.
J.C. Comer. I ain't seen him since.
Yeah. And I kind of worried about him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care if you watch other people, but don't leave me.
Kevin Case is like Stevie Wonder. I won't see you, but have a happy birthday, Skipper. Somebody said
I usually have a pretty good birthday because I usually do about the same things every year. And then I tell people, do not do this or do not do that. I really don't like it. Just don't do it. Nobody listens, and they do it anyway. And so it's getting to the point that if I don't stop it, then I'm just simply going to go out and celebrate my birthday by myself.
Patrick says Yinzer is a Pennsylvania thing.
What?
It's a Pennsylvania thing.
Yinzer? What does it mean? Never heard of it. Kat or Cindy, what does that mean? Yinzer.
Yeah, fly on the wall says Pittsburgher. Yinzer is Pittsburghese.
It's what?
Pittsburghese.
Pittsburghese?
Yeah, they had their own language. Pittsburghese.
And they call
Yinzer or Yinzer was historically
Pittsburghese
used.
is called a Yinzer?
Historically used to identify the typical blue-collar people from the Pittsburgh region who often spoke with a heavy Pittsburghese accent.
Actually, that'd be a good name for a beer. Yinzer.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's nice to know. We did not know that. Anyhow, this piece of paper, and I'm going to go ahead and read it to you because
It's going to be a really big shoe. To the right is the Yinzers.
because I'll end up losing it in the wind here if I don't. But it was something interesting I cut out of the paper today, and it says Vintage at the Farm, Friday, May 10th, 2 to 7, and Saturday, May 11th, 10 to 4. Antique vintage, vintage theme, and handcrafted vendors. Free antique appraisals, regular original 6-gun territory Wild West gun shows, live bluegrass, jazz and vintage music, food trucks, and more. Tickets are $8. Military veterans are $6. Located at Brown & Brown Farms on Highway 301 in Oxford. Now, y'all, if you've been around here, you know where Brown & Brown Farms is. That's where they have the junk in the trunk, and it's on the 301 side of the casino. But I did not know that they had all that.
Junk in the trunk.
Wild West gun shows and live bluegrass, jazz, and vintage music. I just
See, that's a meaning that guys will take it one way, women take it another way. Junk in the trunk.
anyhow, it says more info and tickets at brownandbrownfarms.com. So that, if you got company down here, that might be a cool thing to do. Take them to see that show or what have you out at the farm. It's not that far away. It's on 301, but it's not that far outside the villages. So, check out brownandbrownfarms.com. You never know. Okay.
Happy birthday to grandson Mason. Jay Biz's grandson, living, I think, Sarasota.
Yeah. And let's see. Mary Beth is enjoying your porch setting, watching from Daytona Beach shores. Happy birthday, Skip. Well, Mary Beth, are you new? I don't think I've seen your name on here before. Glad to have you. Just keep watching. Everybody goes by has to stop and look, see what's going on. Yeah.
Well, he's working.
Yeah.
The guy in the black car acted like he was looking for something.
Well, you may have been looking for us.
Well, I don't know.
A lot of people got.
I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Maybe he was.
Anyhow. So what's going on in the outside world today? I haven't sat down and actually watched the news today yet.
I have.
And anything outside of Trump's trial, it just doesn't make it to the news anymore.
I don't know why somebody hadn't come up with a comic book for the Trump trial. I see all kinds of comic characters. I do. My mind goes, I see Trump as a cartoon character, and I see all these lawyers with their long heads and fat lips and all this. I see cartoon characters. Somebody should come up with a cartoon book about this.
Well, maybe, they may have. And I said, we don't see it, but, I mean, they come up with all kinds of things. Overjoyed says people are trying to read your sign. Yeah, I think the thing's back a little far. Just make it bigger.
Want this?
Yeah. I said, because it's sitting back a little farther than what it usually is.
If I get it too close, then
I
end up taking one of the chairs out.
Yeah,
I don't know if I can get it there or not. See?
Yeah.
See, there you are. And I look like, can you see both the chairs?
Yeah.
On your phone?
On my phone? Yes.
You can? Because you can't go by that.
No. Okay. Oh, well, I'm looking at that chair. You're not in this chair, you're in that chair. Okay. There you go.
It says Porch Settin on it. What else does it say? It says Porch Settin with Skip and Sue. There's a palm tree right there, and it says Villages, Florida.
Yeah. And that's from Robin Maines from Oklahoma.
And Mr. Robin Maines.
But she made that especially for us, and I just love it. I actually I think Thursday night is market night in Brownwood, and I'm going to try to go up there and find the sign people up there and get one for our signpost out front, because we had one that lit up at night, and it was one of these that eventually the weather got to it and we had to take it off. And so I seen when that guy was up there at one of the craft shows, I should have went ahead and got it then, and I didn't. Judy got hers there, but and I liked the one that she got. So, but it's the same as this, but it has two rocking chairs sitting on either side of it, just like our intro does. So I'm hoping to get up there Thursday and get him to make us one. I know it takes a while because they're backed up. Everybody told me you can get one at Ace Hardware, you can get one on Amazon, but I don't think you can
True
get the same.
Value makes them over there.
Yeah, but you don't get the same design.
You tell them what design you want.
Well, I mean, but they got a book of and I didn't find any rocking chairs in it. I went through the book and didn't find anybody that had those. So, okay. Melanie G said the sign was fine. Oh well, yeah. Now you get a better look. And you can see how my flowers are starting to droop. But other than that, so let's see. Well, how many, if that's the Pittsburghese or whatever they call it, and I said, how many of y'all are from Pennsylvania? It's out there. I know there's quite a few of you. And I said, it's a beautiful state. We went and visited Wrestler and his family, and then we went on up into the Amish territory up there. Beautiful, beautiful area, but we was trying to find some good fruit and vegetables.
Trying to find the Amish Mafia.
Yeah, well, anyway, we found this vegetable stand, and I'm telling you, it was...
I missed them by that much.
What would you have done if you'd found them?
You don't get pictures. I think their show was just great. I know it's all fake and everything, but I thought it was great. So I thought, and I knew they were there. They're real people. This is not like Hollywood movie made up stuff. And so everybody I asked knew who I was talking about. And every time we was there, they was here yesterday, but then, and then the last day we was there, I went clear to the other side of town and to that famous restaurant that they go to, and they all knew who I was talking about. And then it was on the phone. It showed that they were on the other side of town, like 20 miles away, where I just came from.
Yeah, well, I didn't care. I liked the vegetables. They had the best tomatoes. They did.
We eat all them in one day.
Yeah. Yeah, and I said, I wish we'd had time to go back and get some more. Because by the time we were out there, it was, I think most places were already out of tomatoes. done their harvest, and that was it.
We were
but
out
up
with
there, they
somebody's,
still.
seems to me it was a farm, and they had like a Amish grocery store, kind of like, where everything they grew on these farms, they brought everything in there, and they just piled them up on these big tables. Like there was one table the size of a hay wagon that was full of sweet corn, and you just got what you wanted. Tomatoes were the same way, potatoes were the same way, cucumbers, all that stuff, and they weighed it. No matter what you got in the store, it was all the same price, so much a pound. And yeah, we ate it all, man.
Oh, and it was, like I said, it was a nice trip. We really enjoyed being out there in that area. We didn't go any farther north, though, did we?
No, I don't like going too far northeast because the people on the roads and the toll tickets and all that gets a little crazy. And I just don't like it.
Well, we made it to as far as Arlington Cemetery. I think that's as far.
I wouldn't mind seeing Maine. Problem with Maine is you got to go through some of them other wacko states to get there.
And I do want to see Maine and New Hampshire.
No, I don't care about New Hampshire at all.
Well, then I'll just have to go without you.
Yeah. Just another one of them wacko states. I'm telling you.
Well, I don't want, you know.
I've been through there in my semi trucks, and that attitude up there has not changed. And I just don't like it.
Well, like I said, you don't have
New
to
York
drive.
City today is the same as it was then. The only difference is more people.
Okay, well, like I said, it's not something you have to drive to.
Well, how else am I going to get there if I don't drive through it?
You can fly.
Not flying in New York.
Anyhow, yeah. While you're on your Alaska trip, I'll go visit the east.
They don't even have a hotel up where you can get in.
You don't know that, my gosh.
They talked about it on TV a lot. That they're all the major hotels are all full. They're booked up. You can't get in.
Yeah.
And I do believe that. How many times did we go to a hotel in nowhere Kentucky land, and they were 100% full?
Well, you know, you got to watch your holidays.
We weren't in Kentucky during a holiday.
Well, there was something going on. And
There's always something going on.
Yeah. Well, I know. But yeah, I don't think it would be a problem if you really wanted to go.
I don't really want to go.
I know. Yeah. But anyhow, and I said, we live in a wonderful place. I said, we're like Disney World for old folks. And
Years ago, when we were much younger, Disney, under Michael Eisner's rule, came out with a commercial that I thought was pretty good. I mean, it didn't make me want to do anything, but I just thought the commercial, the idea there was pretty good. It was called Disney World, or Disneyland, Disney World. It was Disney World, not just for kids anymore. And it showed this older couple walking through the park, riding the rides, and blah, 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 blah. And I just thought, that's good. They're going after a group of people that really are there, but they've never acknowledged them before.
yeah.
And they really need to do that again. But the problem with Disney World is, over the years since we've been here, they've changed things in the park, and you can see what they're doing. All the outside seating areas that they used to have scattered through the park, a little park bench here, a little park bench there, outside tables with chairs there, you know, you grab something to eat, you can sit down outside. They're gone. They took them all out. Now you either sit on a brick wall, or if you watch enough YouTube channels, you'll see people getting food at a fast service area and eating on top of a trash can. That's what they're doing. So they're trying to get you to buy the Disney vacation thing, because scattered throughout the parks are these air-conditioned areas where you can go in and rest, take some food in there if you want, but you have to be a Disney vacation member to get in. That's what they're doing.
Okay. Look here. Who is that guy?
Who the hell calls during a show?
He was trying to tell us that you couldn't hear.
Oh.
I'm trying to back you up.
Yeah, I should have answered the phone.
And I'm getting help.
Yeah, I should have answered the
I'm
phone.
taking a beating. Don't
Yeah.
leave your keys in the golf cart.
Hey, I sent you a message earlier today on Discord, and you never answered.
I did.
Wait, tell me, why is it that it takes people sometimes an hour to answer something on Discord?
I don't know.
I don't watch it all the time.
Well, I'm just trying to get it in my head how they're using Discord, so it'll kind of give me an idea what to do with it.
Oh, well, I only look at it a couple times a day.
I look at it all the time. but-
Well,
I
because
know.
you're always there.
Well, come on, get out in the pickleball court. Let's exercise. You
Oh,
won't
no.
look at
No,
it all
I-
the
I'm
time.
I
not
said
doing
I got a life. I ain't.
I got a life on Discord.
If I was going to do anything, I'd play golf because I can ride in the golf cart.
All right.
That's it. But I'm not even going to do that.
How we doing, guys?
Good, good, good. Y'all, Kevin J is here.
Hey, everybody. How we doing?
I got to move that camera. I got to move it.
Yeah.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. I'll move it.
I
I'll
just
get it.
figured I'd stop for a few minutes, and
It's okay.
Let me see. There's
What's
me.
gonna happen?
There's
Kick me
him.
out.
Where's Sue at? Where's Sue at? There she is. Okay.
Okay.
Go back here even further.
oh, God, it's gonna melt.
Well, I didn't know it went back that far before. We done
Yeah.
it this way before.
I don't think you've had it back that far. And
Oh.
you know. That'd be goodness, son.
Oops, I just dropped that.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Yes, yes. So what's going on, Kevin? Anything?
Yeah, it's all good. Playing pickleball 5 days a week.
I just, my head says in this heat, I can't imagine.
Hour and a half, 2 hours in the morning, 7:30 to 9:30.
So your knees
Well-
healed?
Yeah.
You know what? My back's feeling great. It's my back.
Was it your back?
Yeah.
Why I keep thinking
I don't
knee?
know.
Ankle? Did you sprain an ankle or something?
No, not me.
I think your wife did. I mean,
No,
didn't she
she's
have
not.
trouble with the near? Okay, maybe not.
Oh, she had her Achilles a couple of years ago.
No, I was thinking last time you was here, you said you tried playing pickleball up north, and I thought you said your knee was
No.
killing you, or your ankle. You twisted your ankle,
No.
and went to the doctor about it.
That was my back.
Where's your back?
Because I've told you 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, I fell on ice at home. And I landed right on something called the piriformis muscle.
Spell it.
P-E-R-F-O-R-M-I-S.
Now he's gonna make I don't even know if that's correct. He just made that up.
P-E-R... Look, you owe me $10 if I'm right.
I don't owe
Right.
you anything.
You're right.
I'm getting a beating so
Um,
Anyway, I got a guided shot in the back. They numbed it 5 times
Oh God.
with lidocaine. I didn't feel a thing. Then he put the big needle in. Boom.
Cortisone.
Good, good.
Something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my dad had
good, good.
cortisone shots too. I remember they told me they numbed him up.
Yeah.
Which gets me to thinking, they do all that to give you a shot of cortisone, but yet when you go to the dentist, if they can't get you numbed up, they go, well, let's see what we got, and start drilling away, knowing
Yeah.
that you're not fully.
Oh, I
I don't
know.
think dentists listen to you. I don't think they believe you. I think everybody says they're not numb, and they just get to the point where they just don't listen to you anymore.
Yeah.
I've been sore as hell since I went up there and had these permanent caps put on. And I told the dentist, I said, I don't know what the difference is, but I had 0 problems with the temporary caps that were on for like 2 weeks.
Yep.
0 problem. I went in and got the permanents put on, and I was throbbing for 3 days. Morning, noon, and night. So finally I went up there the other day and I told them, you got to do something. I said, I can't eat. I can't sleep. I've lost 8 pounds already. I said, you got to do something. Otherwise, if we're just going to cut this tooth out, I'm not going to deal with this. So he finally, after all that, gave me a little bit of pain meds. I got like ibuprofen, big deal. And then they give me some Excedrin. He said, take one of these pills every night before you go to bed. There's enough there for a week. And it's Excedrin with codeine. And
It's Tylenol 3 with codeine.
Tylenol 3, Tylenol with codeine. So it's nothing great, nothing soup, but they do kind of, take the pain away where I can sleep.
Did it work?
Well, I'm still doing it.
Oh, you're still doing
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Every now and then I won't take any pills because I want to see if it's getting better. And so I didn't take any this morning. While I was drinking my coffee, here's the thing that's weird. I asked him, I said, is there a nerve that goes from the back of the jaw down the jaw line all the way to the front? And he was saying there is. I said, well, because where you drilled in on the front and put them, what are they? They put them pegs in and put a
Implant.
Implants?
implant. I said, it starts there. If I drink coffee, hot hits that tooth right there, and that's an implant. I think it hits that rod. The rod goes down into the bone, and then all of a sudden I can feel it. It just goes right back to my jawline, all the way back to where that tooth nerve is at, and starts to throb.
That doesn't sound good.
And so here's to say, well, they give me these to help man through it, he said. He said, if you can man through this, power through it, he said, it will settle down. He said, but it may take a while. Well, I don't know how long a while is.
No,
Oh well, I don't know if everybody's quit talking or if it's my phone, but I am not past the sign thing. See
You're
if
not?
it's my phone.
What do you mean not past the sign thing?
Well, where the lady said people trying to read your sign,
Well,
that's where my comments stop.
oh no, I got comments.
Yeah, well, so something's wrong with my phone then.
Do
'Cause
you
that's-
see people moving?
Yes, I see us moving.
Do you?
Yeah.
where you going?
Oh, here, hold this. Take that off.
A little technical difficulties.
Public chat.
Yeah, no, so I got that shot on April 10th, and
Thank you.
like the last week, it's really been feeling good, and I've really been playing hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm playing 100%. Knock on wood, man.
Don't overstress it. I mean, you just got the shot.
Yeah, but you got to keep moving. That's what
I-
keeps
The
you from
doctor
getting
say
that
you can
stuff.
do normal-
Yeah,
He said
yeah,
normal activities are fine.
yeah. I went to see her last week, and I said, "Hey, when I came to see you, I was a 10. I had my pain level was a 10.
Yeah.
Now it's a 5, and I'll tell you, the last couple of days, it's like a 3. So
So you're down
I'm done.
a 3 or
Yeah, that's good.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how long it'll last. Did you say anything about that? How long the shot?
I am if it kicks up again, I'm eligible July the 10th for another shot. All I got to do is call the office, and then they'll call the orthopedic place on 441 because that's where they do the injections.
Well, hopefully you won't need that.
Hopefully I won't
Yeah,
need it,
yeah.
but
Family Man says, great hat, Kevin.
thank you.
Let's see.
What the hell is it?
Patriots.
Jerry Bell says it's the 4th
New
of
England
July
Patriots.
already.
Football? New England Patriots football team?
He's not a
I was
sports
thinking
guy.
of
The
like
Colts?
Teddy Roosevelt's Rough Riders.
Oh my God.
Sue, where did you get him? Where did you get this guy?
Oh well. Yeah. Jen Smith says when's the
No, I got 2 drinks in the car. Stay
when's the
hydrated.
last time that Skip drove through New England and anyone with an attitude is him?
Who's
Yeah.
got an attitude?
Who's that?
So that's what she said. When's the last time that you drove through New England, and anyone with an attitude is you?
Yeah, I do have an attitude. I don't like people in New England. Live with it.
Says all you do is it says all you do is complain. New England states are pretty. Yes, and that's why I want to go see him because I've seen some pictures up there and I've
been
had
to New
friends
England.
that's
They're
been
not going
there.
to tell me anything that I haven't seen.
I know,
As a truck
but
driver, I've seen how the traffic was. I've seen how the toll roads. I went into New York and came out of New York back in the '80s, and it was $190 worth of tolls. That's how much they really appreciated us bringing them food. So, do I have an attitude about it? Yeah.
you're still back in the '80s. That's okay. Oh, Barbara Ebner says they are all a multitude of colors today. And Jen says she likes it when Kevin drops in.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, and Jerry Bell says eat some of Uncle Phil's fudge for a painkiller.
Oh,
Well, actually, it could be.
it could
You
be.
don't even know where it's at, do you?
I assume when we have our members' lunch that he'll probably bring us some fudge. He usually does. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to put him on the spot, but I mean, I know
Yeah.
he said something when he was here that he was going to make 2 different kinds of fudge.
Well, he was adding, instead of just rum and bourbon, he was adding a cherry liqueur, I think, to it.
So he's going to make one group of one fudge. We're not talking about taking 3 different whiskeys and making one fudge.
No. He's making a different bunch
What
with
was
each
that he had
thing.
last time here?
Rum and bourbon.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I like that.
that's what I said. But the one with the cherry liqueur in it, I think would be even better. All right, that just sounds like
Have
it
you
would
ever had
be.
any of Phil's fudge?
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
like it.
Yeah.
I love it, but
Yeah.
I can't have any
Well,
more.
just piece of, like he says, eat responsibly.
Oh my God,
Oh,
Uncle Phil, I love you, but you're gonna send me in a diabetic coma.
it's good stuff, Phil.
Kathy B. No, I didn't see Tom Brady's roast on Netflix yet. That's coming.
Okay. He got it fixed, I think, Rizzo. Yeah, Wrestler says Skip actually fixed it. He says, I am so impressed. I know. I said, everybody knows I'm not technical.
What's that?
And Wrestler said he was impressed you got it fixed.
Got what fixed?
My phone.
Oh, I know how to do some things.
Oh, yeah, Skip Wilson said, did you ask if the dentist was schooled in New York?
I don't know if maybe he watches and he was taking it out on me. Oh, so you want to make fun of people in New York, do you? Yeah. I don't think so, though. He's pretty good. I've been going to him for a few years. Every time I go up there, he's got this new technology. He must be a high technological kind of guy anyway. I don't know if you've seen, he's got a wand. It's actually his nurse, I guess you call him, assistant. She sticks it in your mouth. There's a TV screen she'll pull up there, it's in color, and she's looking at the screen where she's got this in your mouth. She's not even looking at you, which kind of makes you nervous that she's not. And this thing's like this long and it's metal. She's got it in your mouth, she's looking at the screen, and she just runs it around your mouth, up on top.
Something new.
And you start seeing your teeth, your old cavities, your old fillings, everything's in color, exactly the way your mouth looks. And I'm looking at that. I forgot what she was even doing. I said, look at that. That is fantastic. I don't know how they do this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Oh God, here's a funny question. How did you and Kevin and Karen meet? Oh, on YouTube. And then you and we met at Evans Prairie in 2018. July of 18.
Yeah, that's how we do. We do a lot of meet and greets, and that's how we meet people. And funny, I think Mrs. Rizzo told me today that they met Jerry Bell and his wife for dinner the other day. She said it was funny because Jerry didn't know what they looked like. They didn't know what him and his wife looked like.
And I said, we feel.
That's what we run into all the time. But most people know what we look like because they see us on here. Yeah. But like I said, we don't know who, we don't know what y'all look like until we meet you. We wait for somebody to wave at us.
Yeah, we walk into a restaurant, we stand there for a second, we're just kind of looking around, We don't know what you look like.
And the other day after we went to the dentist, we stopped at 2J's for lunch. And we were sitting there, and there's a guy, I don't know how far back he was from us, a couple booths back from us. And I heard him say, I know that voice anywhere, because Skip was complaining about something.
No, I wasn't. I was just talking about the menu. Yeah, just because I talk about something don't mean I'm complaining. And then what if I am complaining? Is that against the law?
Well, that's what he said. He said, I know that voice anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing about 2Js is I like 2Js. They're different 2Js. There used to be three of them, one at Spanish Springs, and that was the original one. It's long gone. The only one that got left now really is the one in Lake Sumter, because the one they got down here, it's a total different everything. Building, the look, everything. But the original 2Js, one of them is in Lake Sumter. And I told Sue after I went to the dentist, I didn't feel bad at all when I first left. I said, let's go over here and get a bite to eat. So we go inside, and I was just telling her, I said, the only complaint about 2J's has been their menu is extensive. And when I say that, you would open the menu up, and years ago, it could be 8 or 9 pages.
Oh, God, that's
with at least 50 different items per page, front and back.
Yeah.
Oh, God, you need all day to read this thing.
It was a Jewish deli at the time, but then somebody else took over, and it's not that anymore. And they have streamlined their menu, but it's still pretty good. They've got a pretty good sized menu.
Well, yeah,
but not like it used to be.
If you've been to this restaurant a lot of times, you know exactly what your favorite thing is. That's fine. You don't need the menu at all. That's why when I go to Olive Garden, I really don't need the menu. I get the same thing. I think most people are like it. But if you've never been to 2J and they present you that menu and you start flipping through it, you're going to go, oh my God, I don't even know what to get.
Wrestler said this is an idea. Take Kevin's microphone and clip it on his shirt sleeve. That way they'd be able to hear you both. Because evidently they can't hear you.
They can't hear me?
I am just saying.
Wrestler will say things.
No.
He likes to get us to play shuffleboard because he likes messing with us.
He knows what he's doing. Just do what he says. No, he said put it on Kevin's shirt.
Oh, put it on Kevin's
shirt sleeve. Then you can probably hear both of them that way.
This way.
There you go.
I know. I got other stuff in I could bring out here. But I like doing things.
No, I only
easy
stopped
way.
by for.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel. Hey Vic, what did your son? Did you guys go to Havana when your son was here? I know I recommended it, and I'm kind of curious. I know it was crowded because it always is. But what do you think of the food? And he says that 2J's is good for breakfast, but everything else is ridiculously priced.
Yeah, I do have a good breakfast. I will
Yeah.
say that. I like their breakfast.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Sue, a lot of places in the squares really, really overpriced.
Oh
They
yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the rent.
Yeah, I do too.
That'd be
Well,
my guess.
Food on in general is just way too high for
I
me.
mean,
But
I'm
yeah.
I'm kind of a food critic because that's what I did for a living.
But
and-
think about it. It's like any downtown city.
Yeah.
You go to downtown Indianapolis and there's a steakhouse down there.
Yeah.
It's going to cost you twice as much
True.
if you go to the one over at the nearest mall.
Yeah. Right.
But it's their job to convince you that it's better. That's why the price is higher.
Or they try to get you to believe that you're getting more for the money. Here's how they do that.
More for the money.
Yeah, a friend of mine showed me because he had a restaurant. Instead of, I think a 10-inch dish is a normal sized dish, or plate they use for dinner, he would order 8-inch and put the same amount of food on an 8-inch, but it looks like
Yeah.
it's over. Yeah.
Oh, well, he said they went to Kumo instead. It was too late for Havana. I like Kumo too. I love their shrimp and scallops. Skip's never been there yet, but it's they got pretty good food there. And you would think it looks more fast food,
Skip, they can hardly hear you.
but it got a
Get it on you.
big menu. No. Renee Gonzalez wants to know what we're all drinking. I've got.
I can't tell you because that gal say I'm complaining.
I have sugar-free buy. That's all I do is drink sugar-free drinks and water.
And I got the Propel Fitness water.
There you go.
And like I said, I love that stuff. Alan says, I wish I knew sign language. I see Skip's hand flying around but can hardly hear him. Okay.
Oh, Alan. Oh, he's going to hurt your feelings. Did you read that? It says, your chats are always interesting until guests show up. Oh!
Wow.
Oh my gosh, wrestler, are you kidding me? You said mic placement is a little better, but I guess Skip just has a natural quiet voice. Yeah, right. Okay.
I don't talk as much as people like to think I do. I just do it on
But
camera.
you never talk softly.
No, I never. If anything, I got a voice where it sounds like I'm yelling half the time, and I'm not.
Yeah.
It's just the way I talk.
Yeah, it carries a lot. So
That's why I have
you
trouble
know,
with the audio when I do a video in there, like the news. I do news in short segments, so I can go back and listen to it to see how everything is set, because I get a little boisterous in there sometimes, and it's just not good.
and that's
So,
why the guy in the restaurant that was 3 booths back could hear him.
I think he's further than that.
Well,
Actually, the guy was waving, and he was pointing his finger at me like that.
I know, and you asked him, did you owe him money?
Yeah, I did. So I pointed my finger back at him and I said, do I owe you money? Because if I do, I'm not who you think I am.
Oh, yeah, it's hot, Vic, but like, it's not bad here yet. It's getting there. But every once in a while, we'll get this little breeze, and that kind of makes it better. So,
I'm
Oh.
not complaining.
Wrestler says he was just kidding. Mic pickup is better now, in his opinion. So, Wrestler says the mic better now.
No kidding, it's up here.
Have you guys been to Sunrise, the Chinese place on 466?
I think we was there years ago,
Oh,
called
years
the Sunrise Cafe.
That's not the same place he's talking
Not
about.
the
You're
same
talking
place?
about a
the Chinese.
Oriental place.
Oriental.
Yeah. No, we haven't been. But those are the people that used to own the place that we like the best.
Really?
Yeah,
And what's that?
I think it was Koyami
Oh, really?
in Spanish Springs, and I think
Koyami up there at Spanish Springs was so good.
That's what Uncle Phil said.
yeah,
And the same people.
Well, they don't own Koyami anymore. They sold to somebody else.
they bought I think they bought the other one there on 466.
Sunrise.
Yeah, but they tell me
people
Koyami's
tell
still
me that
good.
the Koyami that's there now, even by the new owners, that the food is still good.
Okay.
Even though I haven't been there, I can't say that.
Yeah, we haven't been
I
there in
don't
a
like
long time.
recommending restaurants to anybody.
I understand. I'm just asking your opinion.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we're a few places that we went to. Nah. I don't know the name of it.
Hey, you're going to find your own. I mean, and there's a lot of restaurants around the villages you haven't even been to yet. Like
No.
if you like Mexican, my favorite Mexican place is Muggy Eyes. I like to go to Muggy Eyes. We don't get over there that much, but when we are over there, if it's around lunchtime or whatever, I always tell her, so let's go in here and get a bite to eat.
And that's Las Magallas in
Yeah.
Wildwood.
But if you look at it, it says Muggy Eyes. That's exactly how it's spelled, Muggy Eyes.
I tell you, we went to Fiesta Grand twice in Brownwood, and we thought it was excellent.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
And they're kind of hit or miss, just like the one in Colony. They're owned by the same people.
Yeah.
And some days they're good, and then some days they're not. So
Okay.
it's
Well,
just kind of hit
it's
and
not
miss.
only that, but some of them are kind of iffy. Monday is great. Tuesday, somebody didn't show up for work, that kind of stuff. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like he was saying, any of this stuff that's downtown in any square is pricier than anywhere else.
Yeah, it usually is.
And
yeah.
it's probably because of the rent. I mean, you're in prime location down there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's just the way it is. But I still like it. My favorite place in Brownwood to go to, especially if I want to talk to somebody, a meet and greet, if we're going to go to Brownwood at a certain time, is going to be Gators. You've been there. It's quieter in there.
quieter
Believe
in
it, for
there.
a sports bar, it's quiet
It
in
doesn't
there.
have those open ceilings, so
Yeah.
it keeps the sound down a lot.
And they got good food. Price is fair.
Oh, a family man says, I work in Midtown, New York City. And Skip, you're not missing a thing.
Listen, I not have nothing against New York people at all. None. But there are certain people, not just in New York, but other big cities. It's all about big city life. Chicago's that way. New York City's that way. Pittsburgh's that way. Philadelphia's that way. The villages ain't that way, but they're getting this way. Is that once you put them behind the wheel of a car, their whole personality changes. They're rude. They want to go 90 mile an hour in a 30 mile an hour zone. You're in the way. Get out of the way. They cut in front of you. I mean, it's just, that's the kind of stuff I can't stand. And with a semi truck that weighs 80,000 pounds, the northeast corner of the United States, people up there are the worst about cutting off semi trucks at the next exit. Sue has seen it. It's the worst. And it doesn't make any difference what the road conditions are even like. They'll do it if it's glare ice. They'll cut in front of you.
And I-95 was the worst interstate I've ever been on.
So I just
It
don't even
was.
want to go up there anymore. And I told my dispatcher that when I was working for them. I said, I'm not going to Northeast no more. The original 13 colonies, whatever they are, I'm not going there. You can't make me go there.
Oh, wrestler, shame on you.
Wow.
He said, Luann's over helping her mother out for the next couple of days, so I'm going out for steak and lobster with a
He's lying. He's scared of Luann.
cookies
He's
and cream
scared.
milkshake.
He's scared. Here's what I want you to do, wrestler. You go to that Steak and Shake and get a burger and some fries. Take your boy with you and tell your boy to take a 10-second video of you actually eating that and send it to me.
Well, he didn't say he was going to go to Steak and Shake.
I thought that's what you said.
No, he said he was just going out for steak and lobster with a cookies and cream milkshake chaser.
Cookies
And
Jesus,
cream
well, that's
milkshake.
disgusting. Cookies and cream?
I like cookies and cream.
After steak and lobster?
Well,
Cookies and cream?
I could not eat all that, but
See, he's lying to you.
it's
That
still
tells me
good.
right there that he's messing with you.
Lelda, if I'm pronouncing that. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Food critic, tell me more. Yeah, I'm going to tell you the best Mexican place around here is Roberto's. They are.
Mexican?
Oh, I'm sorry, Italian.
Oh, okay.
Italian restaurant is Roberto's. Is really really good. They got great pizza, and I think they're priced very good.
Yeah.
I really do.
I've been
for
in Roberto's
in
a few
the-
times.
yeah.
You want to over at Pinellas?
For in the
Pinellas,
villages.
yeah.
Now, like I said, my favorite's Francesca's, but they're outside the villages.
Oh, they're outside the villages.
Yeah, they're on 441.
Okay.
But everybody
Oh,
I've took
wait,
there
I
said the
heard
same
that.
thing. Yeah, everybody I've took there said the same thing. They really like it. Francesca's. It's in Bailey Plaza on 441.
I don't know.
I've been to a Francesca's, but I think I went to the
You
one
went to the one in Orlando.
In Orlando. I
Yeah.
wasn't real impressed.
And he didn't care for it, but
She said it's the same name, but it's different people. And the one in Orlando is a great building. People was super nice. The waitresses and things did their job. It was the food. I thought the quality of food just wasn't that good.
Yeah, it's terrible.
yeah.
You know, I'm used to, when I get chicken and noodles here, I get homemade chicken and noodles.
Yeah.
And I get tired of going to a restaurant and pay $25 for a bowl of chicken and noodle soup that tastes like something that came out of a Campbell's can.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, a wrestler says actually she made me a few meals before she left. Yeah, I
Throw
used
it
to
out,
do
throw
that,
it out.
wrestler.
Feed it to the dog.
Yeah, I would do that and freeze everything, and he would eat a can of spaghetti.
I would. Go feed it to those peacocks. They'll eat anything.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, peacocks taste pretty good.
Um,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I never eat a peacock. I just say things that get people upset.
Yeah.
Barbara Anstead said, do you guys know what is being built on 44 west of I-75? And I don't know, but if it's a good-sized building, it's probably another hotel. Just a guess.
I don't know.
Out that direction.
I've heard so many things down there that it's all in the air, really. They keep everything hidden, a secret anymore.
Well, they said they're going to build Costco's on near the in back of the fresh market.
Yeah, there in Mojave Lobby. Yeah.
There's a lot of land back there. Wow.
There is.
And they've announced an opening date for that new Home Depot right over here at Wildwood. It's going to be opening soon.
Yep, the end of May.
Yeah, CVS is already open.
I went there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went there the other day to get a script.
Yeah.
You see the problem there, right? Villages is here.
Yeah.
Home Depot's over there.
Right.
You know they're going to be sneaking back and forth, right?
Yeah.
You know it's going to happen.
Oh, and then the pamphlet I give you on the rules of the golf cart traffic, it specifically states Pinellas and another road they cannot cross. I can't remember the name.
There's a
of the
speed
other.
limit on,
So, I mean-
even on street legals. Everybody got that street legal name all messed up. You can't do whatever you want in the street legal.
Yeah.
But there's a speed limit on the road. I want to say it was 35 mile an hour. I could be wrong about
35.
that if it's more than that, you can't even cross that road on a street legal. You're not supposed to be on the road at all, unless it's otherwise designated that it's a golf cart crossing area. And there'll be a sign there telling you that. And I worked at one of the guard shacks where that happened, right there on El Camino Real. You go down by the village of Santiago, I think it is, and then the one across the road, I think, is Alhambra. I won't swear to that. Well, that's the main road, and they're not supposed to cross there, but where those two guard shacks face one another right there, that is a golf cart crossing area. And it was made that way. But they got to go through Congress to get that done.
Yeah, and like I said, that pamphlet, like I said, it gives the specifics on where they can and cannot. Because I read this article in the newspaper, and it was a law firm that was advertising in the newspaper. And they were talking about what you could do with the golf cart and what you can't. And they had it wrong, you know, because they said if it was street legal, that you could cross, but you couldn't go down it, but you could cross if it was over 35 mile an hour, and that's not true.
Well, I got a book in there. It's got all the rules and regulations about it. But like I've said before, don't be scared to call your local police officer. If you're in Sumter County, call them. Matter of fact, they'll probably come to your house and give you a booklet. They don't care. I mean, they don't want to arrest you. So they'll tell you. By the way, you coming to the members' lunch? I assume you are.
Friday.
I responded.
Did you? I didn't pay no attention to your response. You was probably 3 hours late once again.
Oh my Lord, Sue, he's incredible.
Yeah, I've got it down.
How many years with this guy?
53.
How many? 53 years. God
53.
bless you. Oh
Yeah.
my Lord.
That's what people keep asking me that.
Lord, help us all.
I'm a very forgiving person.
I guess so.
It's a barbecue place. You like barbecue?
Of course.
Okay. Well, you said you didn't like sugar stuff, and there's sugar in barbecue sauce
I realize that.
and bread.
I realize that.
You
so
know,
you
the
know.
only I'm having hesitation because they don't take reservations, but they said they had call ahead seating, and I said
We don't know how this is going to work
for 20
out.
people, and
Hopefully-
he said
hopefully,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He said yeah, no problem. He said just call us ahead of time, and so I'm gonna call as soon as they open, or I may call tonight. I don't
I mean,
know.
it's not that I don't eat any shit. I just, you know,
Do it when your wife's not looking.
nope.
The brave guy
nope,
that
she
you
can't-
are.
She can't tell me
You
what
and
to
wrestlers a lot alike like
No.
that. He's scared of his wife. You're scared of yours.
You go fry ice.
Man up. Man
You go
up.
fry ice. I'm afraid of my wife. Get out of here.
She scares me.
Wrestler says we joined a gym 3 times a week, hired a trainer for 12 sessions. I am really starting to dislike that guy. He darn near kills me.
I'll tell you, we've been here, cut out the carbs. We hardly eat pasta, hardly eat potatoes, hardly eat bread. Karen is cardio drumming, water aerobics.
That's really popular at cardio drumming.
Oh, yes.
It is.
Water aerobics. She plays
Yeah.
pickleball. I mean, she's really, really hitting it.
Here's the thing about eating, the way I see it. The world, according to Skip, if when we were young, we ate everything. You did, I did. We ate everything from bubble gum to popsicles to candy bars, and we never gained a pound.
Oh, that's
For the
true.
first 16, 20 years of your
That's
life,
true.
you never gained a pound.
Oh, yeah.
Why is that? Your metabolism. You were always active. You were always running. You were always going. You never sat still. Now you get older, you're gaining weight, trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
Why? Because you're sitting still. Now, you're not, and she's not. So I'm saying you don't really have to worry about eating some of this stuff because you're burning it off faster than you're eating it.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, the one thing since I've been retired is we hardly eat snacks. at
Oh,
all. It's like,
I live on snacks.
no,
Gotta have snacks.
I don't even look for them.
Gotta have snacks.
I don't even look for them.
Yeah. And I haven't for 50 years, but for some reason now I want them.
Oh, I'm telling you, we're not even snack. I don't even miss it. I'm too busy.
Gotta have snacks.
But then there comes a time when you think, I'm this age, I'm going to die soon. I'm going to eat what I want.
Absolutely, yeah. That's why every
Yeah.
once in a while I'll get a piece of chocolate and hey,
Yeah.
I'm here today going
A
tomorrow.
piece of chocolate?
Oh, okay.
My idea of chocolate is I tell Sue, get me a bag of M&Ms. I'm eating them all.
Oh, I would eat the whole bag.
Yeah.
I do. I eat the whole bag.
I love M&Ms.
Son of Ma Barker wants to know how much was the sunsetter awning.
Well, when we had this put in, that was, how long has it been on here?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm going to
It's
say
been-
5 years anyway.
Yeah, something like that.
We got Sunsetter because they're the original. I'm big on buying things from the original guy. And Sunsetter is the original. And we also went with a fabric. They'll let you pick different fabrics. And I told them, I said, well, being in Florida, I want a fabric that the sun's not going to eat it up. You know, the sun here will just tear everything up. Mm-hmm. And they recommended this fabric. It's an upgrade of some kind. I don't even know what kind of fabric it is. But anyway, we had to pick that out. And then they want to know how far out do you want it to go. They'll measure all this. I said, I want it to go out just to the edge of the sidewalk. And it's pretty much that's where it goes. I want an electric one. But we do have a hand crank on this one in case the motor goes bad. That's the way it is. And I want it installed and adjusted. I don't want to do any of this. And they came out and they did it. Now it took them probably a month from the time we ordered it to get it made, because they don't make them here. Actually, it's made like in Arizona or some damn place. Then they ship it here. Mm-hmm. It comes to my house, right? Mm-hmm. Then they came, after we called them after I got here, then they came and installed it. And then I told them I also wanted, I don't know what it's called, but if the wind blows hard enough where the sunsetter shade jerks too much or goes at a different angle or something like that, it will automatically go in.
Yeah, if we could forget to put it in, it will automatically go in.
And so I wanted that because I know how I am. I'll leave and not even think about it, and then the wind could tear it right off the house.
Yeah, yeah.
And it still probably could if it was like that one day we were sitting out here, and the gust of wind,
Yeah.
I had to grab it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was going to go, but generally speaking, it'll go in on its own.
But he said how much?
Well, that's what I'm saying. And we had this for 5 years, and I think this one was 6,000. It goes by square footage. How wide is it? How long is
And a
it?
lot of people can't have one. One of our neighbors wanted to get one, and because of where they have to fasten it, they could not get it because it would have been too low. Now we had ours come out a little farther to be able to do it. I think it was 10 foot because they had an 8 foot.
I don't know. They
It
measure
would
it.
have been too short to do
Yeah.
that, or too low.
Yeah. So we went out, whatever we got to do. I said, as long as we can walk under it without ducking, I said, that's all, I don't want to do that, which we don't.
And there's a lot of companies here that do it. We had Sunsetter, or what we had was the people that sell Sunsetter. There's also On Air. I know they've done a couple here in the neighborhood. So there's other places you can get them. Just check around, get different pricing. Because I said we got the wind sensor for nothing. Because a lot of people don't get that, and I said, and we got it for nothing. It was a promotional thing, so I'm really glad that we have it though, because it come in handy.
Yeah. I thought we paid for it.
No,
I don't know. All I know is we wanted it. So, And
You
like
wanna
she,
get it.
yeah, like she was saying, you know, we don't know how much longer we're going to live. We wanted
Right,
it,
right.
and I had this idea about porch setting a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I came out here one day, and the original plan was we was going to put a pergola here to shade this area. But a pergola can't go out any further than the edge of the house right here, which means about where Kevin, you can see the edge of the house right here. Where's it at? Right there. That's as far as a pergola could go out. And it just wasn't far enough for
And we
shade.
had to fight the ARC to do that.
Yeah.
Because they.
And this
they
here,
like-
believe us or not, I called down to ARC, and they said we didn't need permission to install this. So,
Okay.
so we had it put on. That's another thing. If you come down here, don't be afraid to call ARC and ask them questions.
Yeah.
We called about the stackable brick in my front yard. I said, do I need ARC's permission to do that? And they said, no, I didn't need that here. There were some other things that I called about, and they said we didn't need permission here. Here, District 10. I'm not speaking for all districts. Kevin lives in a different district. It might be different where he's at.
Right, right.
I don't think it is when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Oh, Harley John, I'm not going to say that. Kevin can read that, but I'm not going to say that.
What it say?
Let's see.
I lost the chats.
Oh, okay. Vix is son of Ma Barker. Sorry if I mistyped that. Try any of the Chinese restaurants for that.
No, I'm.
Okay.
So did I get the tire fixed? No, I didn't. Sue did. It's her car. I believe in equal rights.
I live by myself, guys. I do.
It wasn't all the way in. It was just a little almost like a thumbtack. That's all it was.
Really? No,
Yeah.
that wasn't bad.
But I was scared to pull it out. I thought, boy, if that thing goes flat, then what? Now I got to
Yeah.
change the tire, and I didn't want to do that. So she was going to go down there anyway to make an appointment to have the oil changed. And no, you went to Sumter Tire, right?
And no, I actually didn't. I went to where I was at on 466. There's a tire choice or something there on 466.
Anyway, they went out there and pulled it out, no charge.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
She had more flats in a golf cart than she ever did in the car. Just in one summer, I think we had to change 3 tires
Wow.
and call roadside assistance once.
Yeah. So, Cart Aid, KARTAIDE, give them a call if you don't have insurance on your cart or if you don't have insurance through somebody else. Cart Aid's has been wonderful for me. I used to come down here by myself. I had, nobody to fix it for me. So they were wonderful about taking me back and forth when I'd get a flat tire, and the one guy even brought me a tire.
Wow.
Because it was in too bad a shape to fix.
Well, the nice thing about Card 8, if it quits for some reason, if you want to take it, like, say, to, I don't know, Village's garage to have it worked on, they'll take it there and drop it off for you.
Yeah.
You know?
And
So,
yeah, yeah, never mind. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Hey, we're going on a cruise next week out of Miami, and we're gonna hook up on that bright line.
Bright line.
We're gonna try
Oh,
it.
let me know
I'll
because
let you know.
Deb wants me to ride with her down to her cousins
Okay.
somewhere in the southern part of Florida.
So we're gonna take Groom to Orlando, MCO. They're gonna take us right to the bright line, and then bright line is gonna take us right to Miami.
what the hell's Brightline?
It's the train.
Oh!
The train between
Is
Orlando
that what
and
it's called? I
Miami.
didn't know what it was called. I thought it was called something else, like Sun.
No, bright.
And there
line.
is Sunrail, a train, yes,
Yeah.
but this is not the same thing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try it.
It just goes to certain places. So
Yeah.
I go to the
Yeah.
airport now,
Yep.
and
They're working on a speed train.
Wow.
DeSantis is going to pass it, I think, where it's going to go from Miami to Orlando to Jacksonville to Atlanta. Speed train.
Wow.
Like 150 mile an hour.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. I'd ride it just for a video.
Absolutely.
oh, Adam Storr says, did you get that all in writing from the ARC? No, we didn't go up against the ARC because when we found out what their parameters were, we just didn't argue with them. We just went ahead and got the awning instead.
I called them. They said we didn't need it. I just said that. I called ARC about this if I needed permission.
No, but he's talking about the pergola.
Yeah, we called them, and they said pergolas were not approved in this area.
For the front.
They're for the front. Back's different. And but I think I could have got it if I wanted to push it because they do it down in the Finney area. and they're setting precedent. And I know that because they also had a rock facing on one of the homes down there. We have a neighbor down here that liked it. We're not approved for that, but because they done it down there, he got it approved for his house just down the road from my house. Wow. So I probably could have got it, but still, it didn't make any difference because it didn't go out near far enough for shade. And in the summertime, I'm not sitting out here in the summertime in the sun. Yeah. I'm just not.
Yeah, but they do have the kind that the risers will open and close, so you can keep the sun off of you. You know, if it's coming up this way, yeah. Just
yeah,
like
it's got to go further than that, because if it only comes out this far, from there to the horizon, all of that, the sun will be coming right in here.
Yeah. Well, anyhow,
You
Sam.
guys know what time the gas station closes at the golf cart station?
I think they close when the golf cart station closes, whatever time that is.
Well, because the service closes at 4:30, and the store closes at 7.
That
I would
don't
say
have
it's probably
any.
open till at least 7 then.
Think so?
That'd be my guess,
Right.
because the last guy walks out, lock the pumps up, which I don't understand why they would worry about it. They can't steal anything
Give 'em a call.
there.
Just give them a call.
Google it.
Okay.
Google.
Yeah, that's the world nowadays. President Google.
Oh, I know, Google.
Kevin, where are you going on your cruise?
We are going to a 5-night cruise on the Freedom of the Seas. Just Bahamas and Coco Key.
Okay.
It's a short one.
Well, I know our neighbors took a cruise last week, and they actually were rerouted to places that wasn't on their cruise.
Oh my God! Wow.
Because of all the stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
You know, Haiti in bad shape, and some of those places.
Yeah. We only cruise Royal Caribbean. We've been on so many that.
Are you a Diamond member yet?
Yes, we are.
Are you?
We're almost at Diamond Plus.
So you get all that free stuff.
You really don't get much free stuff.
Well, one thing you get is that private lounge.
Yes, we do.
That's nice. I've seen that.
Yeah, we do, but we never go in it anymore.
Well,
I can't eat like I used to.
And you get free drinks.
You do get 4 free drinks a day being a diamond.
Yeah.
And Jan Van
The
Auken
sugar
said,
in
"Be
that.
careful on the cruise. More and more warnings at the ports." And there are. Yeah.
Well, like I say, we go to their private island of Coco Key, so it's just made for Royal Caribbean, and it's great snorkeling over there. You can either spend a lot of money, or you don't have to spend a dime.
Cool.
Yeah. Just go to Chill Island, and they have the snack shack, and another big like buffet to eat, and you can go get a chair. And I mean, you can rent a cabana for $1,500 if you want.
I ain't doing that.
I'm not either, but.
I haven't been on one cruise. It was with Harmony of the Seas.
Yeah.
Which is like a floating city, actually. And we went to somewhere in Mexico. Or we actually went to, where in the hell did we go?
Chichen Itza.
We went to Haiti. And that little island there that they had, that's kind of set aside.
Yeah.
It's Haiti, and it's really not Haiti, you know. Anyway, we did that, and so I did the zip line across the water there.
Did you?
I did.
Wow.
And then from there we went to somewhere else. I thought it was someplace else before we got to Mexico, but whatever. We ended up going to Mexico, and when we got there, I wanted to go see the pyramids out in the jungle.
Oh, yeah.
The Chichen Itza.
Tulum?
Yeah, so.
No, Chichen Itza.
Chichen
Itza,
It's a different
Yep.
areas.
So we did that. That was almost a nightmare. There was almost an international disturbance on this.
Guess why?
Yeah. So we done that, and I came back. But while I was on the boat, I find myself doing really one or two things mostly. If we weren't just kind of wandering around, just taking it all in, like walking out on a deck and on the back of the ship and all that kind of stuff, I found myself going to the different shows they had on the boat. They were great.
Oh, yeah.
And eating a lot.
Well, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
They warned us about that. I didn't believe it, but yeah.
Oh, you'll never go hungry.
I was gone for 4 days, and I think I ended up gaining 8 pounds.
I'll tell you, I can't wait. We can't wait to go on the Icon, the new one. But it's so pricey at this point. So we're gonna wait probably till after September.
Wait till the newness wears off.
Wait till the newness, because the Star of the Seas is coming out in 25. That's the sister ship of the Icon. So maybe prices will go down after that, hopefully.
Son of Ma Barker wants to know what that yellow loofah is behind your head.
Sunglasses.
No. It's that.
That's your loofah, right?
That's my home.
Is that? Do you go to them parties where they exchange keys and a fishing bowl?
That's a plant, honey.
Skip.
And it's a plastic
You
plant,
know.
actually.
The room is, man, I've been looking for weeks, and I haven't found nothing.
I know,
Saying, you know.
it's nuts. It's crazy.
Yeah.
People believe so much stupid stuff.
People, you know, and 9 out of 10, the people that put all this shit on there,
They've never been here.
never been here.
That's all I find.
They don't know.
When,
Oh
when
my
I can
God.
finally track them down and get them to respond, I find that a lot of them don't even live in this country.
No,
I have no idea.
Yeah. I don't pay attention to people.
John Keller says, Skip, can you explain your history with Tom Hall, who led you to YouTube? How did you meet?
Huh?
Tom Hall. How did you meet Tom Hall?
On YouTube. I met him here. He came to brought his dad here. I met him at a square or something.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of people that live in the villages now through YouTube.
Absolutely.
Right here.
Oh, yeah.
Him and
I
his
saw
wife.
Mark Ryan a couple of weeks ago. He came up to me. We were at Lake Sumner.
And he'd seen
Nice
you
guy.
on the air?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I meet people all the time
Yeah,
because
meet
I'm always
people all the
out.
time. It's great.
I'm always out and about somewhere. So, I meet at the
Yeah.
doctor's offices, at
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Did you
farmer's
know,
market.
and this is a fact, this came out on one of the world news networks that's really pretty good. I can't remember, called like World News Network. Well, they got things like CNN has that. Then they have like a WNN, and they had different, anyway. And I didn't realize it until they said it, and then I went to a couple YouTube channels, and they were talking about it too. So I'm thinking, well, this must be true, and I could understand why. Right now, YouTube is the largest news network in the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're big.
It's just it's a lot of it's like broken up. It's not like world news. Like what I do is I just read the news. I don't go out. I'm not going to go out. I'm not getting in my car. I'm not walking around with a camera on my back. But I just talk about stuff that happens around here. But then there's YouTube channels where they talk about. There's a guy that's got a news where he does walk around, talk to people in San Francisco. It's fun. And he was talking about downtown, and we're showing parts of downtown. All the major billion-dollar stores, they're all gone. They boarded their windows up and gone.
Iron 12 says Florida's Brightline train now offers service from Orlando to Miami. That is the high-speed train that they're talking about.
That's what we're going on.
Yeah, well, they're going to extend that. They're talking about it.
They're talking about it. They haven't got the
That's what we're
okay
going
yet.
on.
But yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait till they get it where it goes all the way to Atlanta. Hopefully they get one go all the way to Indianapolis.
And that's why I think
We are so far, but think about this. Japan's had these high-speed trains for how many years? 30, 40 years? We have this little one. I mean, think about it. You look at the airports of some of these foreign countries.
Yeah.
Look at them. They're massive. They're all right up. And look at us. We have these little shit boxes spread all over the place.
Yeah. Wrestler says, I'm having soy curd barbecue for lunch. I will message through a picture.
What's he having for
What's he
lunch?
having?
Soy curd barbecue.
Soy curd.
Barbecue.
I don't know. That sounds kind of disgusting.
I've got a bag of them in the freezer.
Soy curd barbecue?
Yeah, it's got the barbecue flavor.
Sounds Korean.
Well, do you know what? The bites they have at Culver's. Remember the
I
name
get
of
the
it?
same thing. I get a butter burger and a fry.
Cheese curds.
Cheese curds.
Cheese curds.
I get those at Dairy Queen.
Well, and like I said, and that's basically what they are. But I said you can do those and get a barbecue flavor.
No, they're not the same. Those cheese curds are deep fried.
Well.
All right, guys, I got to head out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Thanks for
See,
for inviting me. Friday.
Friday.
1 o'clock.
Friday, 1 o'clock.
Yep. All right.
Friday at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
No, it's 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
All right, we're gonna go. We're gonna go see Johnny and the Delights tonight. I haven't seen them yet.
Who?
Johnny and
Johnny
them
and the-
Delights, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they've been around for a while. They're pretty good.
I went to see Fancy Reagan.
Now that's the girls.
Yeah, the two girls. Oh
Yeah.
my God! You talk about '80s rock and roll. That was.
Yeah,
fantastic.
everybody says they're wonderful.
Oh
I
my
haven't seen
God,
them.
They're fantastic.
Yeah, and they have like every month or two they have a thing at the Wildwood Community Center, and they have I think it's like a dinner show.
Really?
Yeah, I said if I see it in the paper, I'll let you know about it.
Okay,
But,
yeah, I've been looking at. the
yeah,
paper.
because everybody's give it really a thumbs up. So
they can play rock and roll.
yeah.
Yeah, they got a lot of good bands here.
Yeah.
A lot.
And they're
All right.
introducing new ones all the time.
Yeah.
Take care, everyone. Have a great day.
So bye.
Skip, see you Friday.
How can you not have a great day here?
How can you not? It's awesome.
Unless some drunk in his golf cart runs into you head on.
Oh, I left my keys in my golf cart.
No, you didn't.
Oh, Elizabeth Chamberlain says, hey, Skip and Sue, greetings from Flagstaff, Arizona.
Flagstaff. I like Flagstaff.
Headed to California today.
Last time we was there in the motor home in the car, we spent 2 days at the Love's truck stop. We did.
Yeah. Pure Runner says, love cruising, have a great time.
Thank you.
And let's see. Harley John says, we should change the name to Porch Settin with Kevin and his vacation stories.
Hey, anybody that drops by is just welcome to drop
There we
by.
go.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So good.
You know, you can get a couple of fans.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, you can do it the easy way. They got clamp-on fans, little fans with different speeds with a cigarette lighter plug. You just plug them in or wire them in.
Really?
Yeah.
They've also down at the golf cart store, they got a big overhead, a big one. It goes up above your head up there. And there's a solar panel that goes on top of your golf cart, and it runs that fan. You turn it on off of the sun.
Yeah. Oh, that breeze felt good.
And I actually thought about getting one of those one time.
Yeah. Oh, did you sell your house yet, Kevin?
No.
No. Well,
We got a couple people interested, so I'm
Okay.
hoping by mid-July.
cool. We'll keep our fingers crossed for you.
Yeah, it gets stressful after a while.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I can't take it.
Yeah.
It sucks.
We had a house one time. I don't remember which one it was. It was coming up on 30 days being on the market, and I was just sweating it that we were never
Yeah.
going.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that was a house that Brian didn't want anymore. We
Yeah,
were
it
trying to
wasn't
get rid
ours.
of it.
Yeah, it was.
We didn't want it, and it was coming up on 30 days, and I lowered the price and kept lowering the price. I mean, I lowered it to the point that was the one and only house we've ever had that when I sold it, I lost money. So, but I just felt like getting rid of it and easing myself of all this worry
I know.
was worth more than trying to make a buck on it.
Yeah.
Don't stop believing, guys.
Tell Mama we said hi.
All right, don't stop
See ya.
believing.
See you Friday.
What am I believing in?
What?
What am I believing in?
So, straighten them out.
Harley John says this is where.
In a lonely world. She took the midnight train going to the moon.
Oh, Harley John says this is where everybody gets their start on YouTube. Ask Skip if he will tell you stories. No. We haven't got that much time.
Oh, I got stories, but
Oh, and James Carl says a yinzer is a term that we use here in Pittsburgh. It's a way of saying hello to someone from the Berg.
I'm not from the Berg.
Well, but you know.
Oh, I was from Brownsburg. That's a Berg.
That's a Berg. Oh. Is there a cruising club in the villages? Yes, there is.
2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, there's an RV club. And
Motorcycle clubs, and they all travel together. You sign in. They have these different trips. You can sign up for different trips for X amount of dollars. Hotel rooms and all that is part of the deal. I mean, they do a really good job of setting these things. There's an antique car club that takes
yeah.
trips. They went to Key West once. Little things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's just about everything that you could think of. And then, like they always tell you, if there's not a club here, you let them know. They'll help you start one. Can't get much better than that. Jennifer Reeves says, I want to cruise so much. You know, I know that was one of the nicest vacations we took was on the cruise because I didn't have to work. I didn't have to cook. I didn't have to clean, anything like that. So it was kind of nice.
I was just amazed about how many people was on this boat.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez, at the time we was there, they tell you you had to go out and do what they call a muster drill. And that's in case the boat starts to sink, you kind of know what you're going to do, what you're expected to do, where you're expected to go and all that stuff. So we was doing that, and I was talking to some people there that's been on these cruises like him. If you're with Royal Caribbean, after so many cruises, you move up a level. Like, I don't even know what the levels are, but I know the top level is Diamond. That's why I was asking him if he was a Diamond member. And you get free stuff as a Diamond member for going so many trips. And these guys were telling me all kinds of stuff.
And we've got a neighbor that cruises all the time, and she never pays for it because she gambles, and she's always comped. So every other week, practically, she's on a cruise of some kind. No.
I worked with a guy at UPS and overnight. Lonnie, in case you're watching, I'm talking about you. He gambled every weekend in Anderson, Indiana at the casino there, which I can't remember. I don't know the name of it. And he gambled so much in there, he started getting invitations from gambling casinos over by Cincinnati, and I don't know where they're all at, offering him a free room for the weekend to come over there.
That's what it says. She just travels all the time because they give her all these comps because she gambles. And Tammy Ferguson says, I watch independent news on YouTube, the only way to get the real news. Well, and I would be suspect of real news. But yeah, everybody gets on YouTube. They finally found out that it's an alternative to yucky TV. Because they ain't got anything on TV anymore. I mean, you know, they'll start out with something like Yellowstone. I liked Yellowstone, I really did. The sequels, not as much. I mean, they were good, but not as much. But I don't hardly watch TV at all because there's just nothing on that interests me. I hate all the game shows. And like I said, the cooking shows now is all game shows. They don't teach you how to cook anything or show you how to cook anything. It's a contest. And I can't stand that.
Yeah, I get tired of that too. Whatever happened to like, what was her name?
Julia Childs.
Julie Childs. Somebody comes on there and they show you how to make something. Yeah. Now it's all of a sudden it's a contest.
Yeah, and I hate that. So, but yeah, you get a lot of stuff on YouTube, but you don't get on regular TV. And they, you know, coming up with a 30-minute sitcom anymore is beyond their means, I think. Oh. I really enjoyed some of those, but nowadays you just don't see that many of them.
Let me get this out of the sun
Yeah, okay.
before it shuts off.
And like I said, be suspect of your news wherever you get it. You know, YouTube, you know, just because they say it's news.
Watch my news. It's always right.
Just because they say it's news doesn't mean it's always right.
I just read it. I don't make it up.
Yeah.
Is that too close? Can you see both of us?
Yeah.
On the phone?
I can see your face. Yes.
Yeah, I see both of us. Okay.
Okay. Cheryl Perry says, happy birthday. And Kathy B in the 603 says, I love Fancy Regan, a really fun band. Yeah, I've heard, I have not seen them. Like I said, I've not seen Johnny Wild and the Delights. But like I said, they're just, everybody talks about them, how great they are. And I know Fancy Regan is the ladies from Johnny Wild's. And everybody says they're great. So some of these days I'll go down there and watch. Let's see. Yeah, and it's true.
I've seen a lot of that. That's probably true about the respiratory infections they're talking about on the ships. I never got any. I was concerned about getting seasick because as I get older, I'm noticing that movements are kind of make me lightheaded a little bit. Mm-hmm. And so I was worried that I'd get out in the ocean and get seasick, and Lord, I'm stuck out here for 5 days puking. Yeah. That just sounds like it's awful if it ever happens to somebody. Yeah. But I never really even noticed the boat hardly moving.
And the only time I could actually feel the movement is if I was sitting on the toilet, believe that or not.
Yeah, you could feel that like it's hitting a wave. You kind of feel that little nudge.
Yeah. But no, we didn't have bad weather either, so, you know, I don't know what it would be like in bad weather, but...
Guy told us, he said, don't flush the toilet while you're sitting on it. I don't know. Oh. So I didn't.
Phil says 92 at the Savannah Center, but it feels like 105. Yeah, when we don't got a breeze going here, it's pretty warm. Yeah. Let's see. Vic says no more cruising. We got sick on both recent cruises. We're done catching respiratory infections from old people. And yeah, that was an issue for a while, and you still see it crop up every once in a while. But I think they got a handle on that pretty much. But when you got that many people, you know, there's no way around it. It only takes
that's what I was
one
talking
person.
about. How many was on that ship when we was on it? It was like 6,500 people.
Yeah, it was 6,000 something. Yeah.
And something like 2,500 shipmates,
crews,
people that worked there, on a boat.
Yeah.
I kept looking around thinking, they got enough life jackets around here for everybody? I mean, Lord, that's a lot of people.
Yeah. And
we got lost on the boat. Remember? We were coming back from somewhere, walking around, swimming in the pool, went to a bar. There's bars everywhere, something. And as we're walking by, there's the door, let's go in here. Opened the door. Next thing I know, I'm in a gymnasium. Nobody was in there. So I said, let's go over here to the other side of the gymnasium, go through that door. We went to the other side of the gymnasium.
Yeah.
The door opened. We went through that door, and we walking down a gangplank or something. And I don't even remember where we came out at. We finally came out somewhere in a hallway or something.
Yeah.
But we never saw anybody all the way through there. Just like many years ago, I left Disney World, just me and Sue, and instead of going out the way everybody was going, I said, let's go over here and see if there's another way out. And there was. And next thing I know, we're out into the swamps. There was an old airport out there, remember that? And there was one guy out there in the car, one guy. And I think he was trying to tell me that we're not supposed to be there.
Yeah. Never take directions from Skip. Yeah. Overjoyed says, I wonder how much you have to lose to get comped. Well, she doesn't lose a lot. She doesn't lose a lot of money. And
They all say that.
Well, I mean, she doesn't, or she wouldn't go. But like I said, they're always comping her for these rooms, and
it's just like that.
So she keeps going.
Vegas vacation movie with Chevy Chase. How'd you do at the tables last night? Oh, I'm about even. Come on.
Yeah. Okay.
They didn't build them buildings there by everybody winning.
That's true. 82 likes, 180 watching. Yes, please hit that like button, guys. It's important for us. We really would appreciate it. Let's see. Okay. Thank you, wrestler. And I haven't got a whole lot for things to do this weekend. Just
We
a
had a
couple
magazine
things.
in there.
Oh, that's right. If you want to give that magazine away.
You didn't bring it out?
No, it's laying there on the bar.
Here, I'll do it once again. I'll get it. Don't worry. Sit right here. I'll go get it.
Yeah. The channel thing makes you a bit crazy when it comes to TV. We stream everything now, but still, you have to pay for some that you want, and they're always advertising. If you get this one for $2, we'll give you this one for free for 6 months or something like that. So it's hard to keep up. It really is. And like I said, we've got everything we need. And like I said, I'm kind of picky because I want the weather, news and weather in real time. I don't want to see
You
it.
can't be picky. That's called complaining.
Well, like I said, I don't want to see it at 6 if it's happening at noon. If we're having a hurricane, I want to know where it's at and when. And so that's why I want real-time news and
I'm
weather.
not even worried about hurricanes anymore. I don't even give it a second thought.
Well, I do.
Only time I give it a second thought if we're planning on going somewhere, like say we're going to go to Tampa to see our granddaughter, and there's a hurricane over there, then I probably won't go over there.
Well, don't be like Skip. Prepare.
We're prepared.
It may not happen.
We're prepared. How many times have we got this house prepared for hurricanes, and how many times would you use any of it?
Well, yeah. Like I said, you don't have to be overzealous, but just know, what's.
Here's what you need. You need solar lights in your yard, because nobody will tell you this, but I'm going to tell you that. Those solar lights have an off and on switch. Get about 6 of them, put them around your flower beds. It makes everything look nice. You can take them up, take them in the house and clean them off and shut them off, and that way if you lose your electricity, you have solar lights. Each one of them will burn, mine will, for 12 hours. If you got 6 of them, you can do the math. Get a Zachary. A Jackery, if it doesn't do anything else, if you use it for our smallest Jackery out there, will charge this up, if you have no electricity, 500 times. And this will give you connection with the rest of the world. You can watch TV, the news, see what's going on. But I use our Jackeries to plug the TV in, so we can pick up local news stations around here.
But I use your solar lights for lights. Use your Jackery for your phone. Run water in your bathtub to flush your toilet.
I'm not even sure about that.
Well, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt at all. And I said, if you don't use it, pull the plug, let it run out.
What did our granddaughter say? What did Mallory say? She says, well, if I don't have a hurricane, what do you do with that bathtub full of water? I said, well, I pull the plug. With all that good water, you could take that water outside and water your plants with it.
Yeah. Yeah, like we're going to do that. But yeah. Okay. Let's see.
What's in that bag?
Huh? That's the info from the hurricane expo. And they always have the Hurricane Expo at Savannah Center, or they have the last few years anyhow. And I said, and they just have a room that's just full of all these vendors. And I said, and there's people that, there's actually a thing called Board Up, a 1-800 Board Up. It's people that'll come in and board up your house if you want them to. Now, we don't have to worry about that
anything
here.
for a buck.
Well, I know the first year we was here in this neighborhood, I know some people that did board up their house. But
run.
Yeah, and then run, yeah.
First year we was here, it was funny.
But I mean, they've got a lot of vendors that have stuff that you don't think about. And I said, like the pet vendor, I said they had a list of things for, they actually give you a bag to put your pet stuff in to take with you if you had to go to a shelter, if you have to leave, and maybe the dog has to
I
stay
say you should
somewhere
have
else.
a box marked with your pet stuff in the car, period. Always. Don't wait till the last minute to put it in there. If they're talking 3 days from now, because since we've been here, we have never been hit with a surprise hurricane.
No.
They're saying, well, it's going to hit about next Tuesday, hopefully, maybe. Well, you got a week now to get that box put in the back of that car in case you got a chogie.
But, like you said, the tornadoes show up just like that.
Tornadoes is different.
Yeah, and I said a lot of the hurricanes spawn tornadoes in this area because of the wind.
They do.
So, but yeah, just be prepared. You don't have to be overzealous about it. It's not. Like I said, haven't had any problems in this.
Oh, just come over to my
area.
house. I got a refrigerator full of beer and wine. We'll make a party out of it.
Okay. The family man says, is it true that the housing prices in the villages have finally plateaued? We don't know. Because of the new houses, they always discount them to sell them. So you don't know if it's a discount because they're not selling, or if there's a discount because of the way housing prices are. We don't know what the reason for them discounting. But I know
Usually,
that
if the
they
interest
do.
rate goes up, price of homes, new homes, come down. Pre-owned homes isn't that way because here, pre-owned homes sometimes are worth more than a brand new house because of all the upgrades.
Right. But yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't necessarily mean that the prices have plateaued. I think they have. That's just my opinion. I think they have, but you just don't know. Things change so quick. Let's see. Overjoyed says subscription channels just running 30-year movies that I've seen multiple times are not worth it. I watch YouTube more than anything. Yeah,
Me too. I watch
just about
YouTube a
everybody's
lot.
going to YouTube.
Matter of fact, I found one. It's called Creature Features. Kind of reminds me of a cemetery show a guy's doing at his house, and he's showing old horror pictures.
Yeah.
I watch it about 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah. Well, and that's I was at the nail shop yesterday, and they had YouTube on their TV, and they were showing a show called Laughs and Gags, and it was just a lot of pitfall gags and just men on the street kind of things. It was really funny. You wouldn't even realize he's watching YouTube. You'd think it was, what was the guy that used to have that thing where he did stuff on the street and people looked at him like it was weird. I know that you would recognize the name, but I can't think of it. But anyhow, it had a lot of that on there, and it was a cute show, but it was all on YouTube.
The one I thought was funny is when the guys put a hearing piece in another guy's ear, and you could win money, I guess, on the show or something. And the guys backstage would watch what he's doing with a camera he had on him somewhere, a hidden camera somewhere. And the deal was, whatever they told him to do on that earpiece, he had to do it. And that was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was that kind of a thing. And it's called Laughs and Gags was the name of the channel. It was good. Wrestler says Healthy Home Cooking on YouTube shows you how to cook. You might even see how to make soy curd barbecue in a future episode.
Well, yeah,
There
if you're a vegan, I'm not a vegan, so
But I mean, you might be married to somebody that is.
I would never be married to anybody that's a vegan.
Want to say that again?
Because I would irritate the shit out of her because I would take her to Red Lobster and Longhorn Steakhouse every night.
Yeah. Okay. Santa Mall Barker says 20 pages of homes south of 44 in the Tuesday edition.
Who's
I
that?
know.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought
Get
that
sick of
was.
his windows.
No, I
No.
thought that was what's her name.
No, she doesn't drive anymore.
She don't.
No,
Why?
I don't know.
Eyes. Seems like everybody's having eye trouble.
The family man says of all the family vacations we've taken, cruising has always been my most memorable and favorite. Yeah, because like I said, you don't have to do anything. And like I said, if you go on vacation in a lot of places, you have to worry about where we're going to eat, where we going to entertain the kids, that kind of thing. But cruising, it's kind of all there. The food's taken care of, the
Well, I've only been on
laundry's
one cruise,
taken care of.
and I just remember bits and pieces about it. I remember the so-called bus ride up the mountain to get on that zip line.
Yeah, the excursions are
The
sometimes
zip line
something.
was one thing, that's the ride. The bus trip is a whole nother story to get up there. She knows the story. And what else? Food, of course. God, food. Man, you couldn't go anywhere there wasn't food. Oh, and how everybody at the table was making me feel embarrassed about eating so many lobster tails.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. One more. You can have one more. Okay, I'll wait.
Yeah, now it probably wouldn't even be worth the money to go because you don't eat that much.
Well, I don't know. I think I could suck down them lobster tails. I like them
Rest-
really well.
Restler said possibly might go on a river cruise in a couple of years. I've heard those are really, really nice. I've not been
If
on
I do a
one.
river cruise, I want to do it in a foreign country.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I don't want to do it in the United States. I don't want to go down to muddy Mississippi. Who wants to go down there?
Well,
What river we got in the United States is worth seeing? I've seen most of them. Rio Grande? I don't think so.
maybe that'll make my trip to Italy easier.
Nah. I like to maybe go down the bayou, the Danube, or the one they got that goes between I was going to say Yugoslavia and some other country, whatever that was called. Will I do it? I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah.
Just saying, if I did, that's what I'd like to do.
Senator Mall Barker wants to know what's the best dish of food you've eaten in the villages.
Here? I don't really know if I got a favorite. I've had a lot, but if I had to
What's
pick
the
one,
best?
we went to a Japanese restaurant when Linda had her birthday party.
Okay.
And the food there was outstanding. What did
It
it
was,
cost? Couldn't tell you. Frank picked up the tab. So I
It
have
was
no idea.
over in Lake Sumter. It's the one right behind the theater. Very nice place.
Yeah, I really liked it. It was good.
Yeah.
But I've ate a lot of places here that's good. The only thing I can say about some of the restaurants that's downtown in any square is Sue even tell you. What's his name? What was his name? Kevin. What's his name here? We'll tell you that they're iffy. Monday they'd be great. Tuesday they're great. Wednesday they're great. Friday comes around. Oh, the cook called off. And we got this replacement guy back there. And one of them that was the worst was Cody's down here at Brownwood for the longest time. It could be great on Monday, go down there on Tuesday, the service was slow, the orders were messed up.
Yeah.
It was just,
Well,
I don't know if they got it straightened out or not, but it was then.
Michelle Harrington wants to know what's the best internet service.
I don't know if there's any best of the best. It all depends on what you're doing. I was doing a live show in there on WNL every month, and I was really particular about that. And the Wi-Fi getting crazy sometimes with Comcast and freezing up, and I was just getting fed up with it because it made me look bad. And so when Spectrum came around and knocked on the door, I was really point blank and blunt about what I wanted. And I said, if you can't do that, I'm not changing. And the guy gave me a card and he says, we can do that and we will do that. And he said, I guarantee it. And I will say, here we are over a year later, and every time we call this guy, he calls right back.
Yeah. And now I know Spectrum isn't available in all of the villages.
No, it's not.
Just in certain areas. So you got to check that first. But we've had very good luck with them, and I said never had a problem with the internet.
Now now. Let me just tell you, when Spectrum was Bright House, we had problems with Bright House. They sold out to Spectrum. Spectrum didn't really change anything. We got rid of Spectrum, went to Comcast. Comcast really wasn't good from day one. Their customer service is awful, terrible, awful. And then, like I say, you guys the rest of the story about why we went back to Spectrum. And but I'm hearing some of the speed rates that I'm getting here, which is pretty good. I forget what it is, truthfully. I don't know the difference between a gigabyte and a megabyte, but anyway, it's upwards of 1,000. And they're telling me now that almost every cell phone company is offering the same thing, AT&T and Bright House, or not Bright House, Verizon. So I don't know if it's any better than the rest of them now. Like, it's like they've all kind of discovered something.
Oh, and the cute little doggy's indoors taking his nap. He's finally quit yipping. I put him in his crate because he is tangled in the wires out here, and and it was so hot. It would just be too hot for him out here. So he's inside right now. I maybe should start off with him when we get started, and then put him in.
I don't know, we got to work with him some more, because when we was going over to the camper the other day, was it yesterday? Yesterday. And I told Sue, I said, I want to take Buddy with me, because I'm thinking, well, while I'm working on the camper moving it, she could walk him around a little bit and kind of help get him used to the car, because she says he has trouble riding in the car. He pukes all the time, and I don't know what's going on there. So I put him in the car, and I'm going to sit in the passenger seat, and I said, I'm going to hold on to him, because he always does pretty good when you hold on to him. Like he feels, I don't know, safe. We didn't get a block down the road. He was shaking so bad that I told Sue, I said, just turn this car around. I'm taking him back home. I'm going to leave him here.
Because when I take him anywhere, I took him to the dog park the other day. And I said, he throws up in his car seat every time. He's just that scared. And I don't know why.
No, neither. We brought him home from Kentucky in the car.
Yeah, I mean, he sat on my lap the whole way.
Yeah, but he didn't, well, he did pee. And he did puke. So, I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. You know, if it's just a matter of getting car sick, that's one thing. They got pills for that. But I mean, he was shaking. It just scared him that bad. So I don't know. Okay. Senator Malbarker wants to know who our homeowners insurance is with. Well, we went through the village's insurance, and actually we had the insurance we had was bought out by Progressive. So we now have Progressive insurance. But I am actually going to look into something else, because I'm not real crazy about their numbers. I'll let you know more when I do something. So
Right at 2 o'clock.
Oh, okay. All right. I got really all I got for the weekend here is guided kayaking tours on Tuesdays and Thursdays at Lake Okahumpka Rec Center. It's 8 to 10:20. It's $25 for residents, $50 for non-residents, and you register with districtgov.org, and your ID is required. Also, Camp Village info. They're having an info session for 2 to 10 at La Hacienda Rec Center. I think that was today. Thursday they have it from 10 to 2 at Colony Rec Center, and what it is instructions on how to register for Camp Villages. Now, you know, to me, it says if I need instructions on how just to register, that seems like a lot of work. But I'm going to see about it, because I want Dalton to go to Camp Villages if he gets to come down here. And they got 2 sessions. They have one through June, and then they have another one through July through August. So, but yeah, that's really about all I have going on today. So enjoy your weekend. It's hot weather.
Anybody want this magazine? Just like always, the first one that emails me an address and everything, I'll send you this magazine absolutely free.
See y'all on the other side. Okay.